Christopher Guerriero is a peak performance and energy enhancement expert who's helped hundreds of thousands of people worldwide achieve greater success by taking control of their health and developing an abundance of energy. Christopher is the founder of the National Metabolic and Longevity Research Center, host of the television show The Energy Factor, and author of more than 20 books and audios, including the bestseller Maximize Your Metabolism, as well as The 2-Day Workout, The Psychology of Weight Loss, and The Art of Living Thin. Please enjoy this excerpt from Christopher's presentation, The Energy Factor.
Hi, I'm Christopher Guerriero, and welcome to The Energy Factor, a program designed to help you cut through all the misconceptions about how to lose weight, look great, and have far more energy. Today's show is called The Ultimate Energy Formula, and among other things, we're going to talk about the 5 R's of success, which is simply a game plan to help you have loads of energy all day, every day. What would be different in your life if you had just 50% more energy? What about if you could have double the energy? And what about triple the energy and triple the mental focus? Do you think you'd be more successful in business? Would you spend more time with your family because now you had more energy at the end of the day? Would you start your own business or build your current business even larger? Well, that's all possible and more when you follow the 5 R's of success. Do you know that over 72% of the population, they experience excessive fatigue on a daily basis? That means that 72% of the people around you every day are too tired to accomplish the things that they need to do, let alone the things that they really want to do. But your body was not meant to live like this. In fact, your body is such an amazing machine that it was designed to provide you with enough energy to keep you mentally and physically going all day without fail. And I know that may sound a little bit hard to believe if you haven't experienced that kind of energy yet, but once you stop doing the things that are killing your energy and start doing a few things to replenish your internal health, your success in every area of your life is going to skyrocket. You're going to find that once you take control of your health and your energy level, that family success, financial success, relationship success, they all fall right into place. I once heard it said that nearly 70% of the energy that a person uses during the course of a single day, 70%, is used just to digest the foods that they eat. Which means that if it takes 100 grams of energy, and bear with me for using such basic terminology here, but if it takes 100 grams of energy to digest each and every meal that you eat during the course of the day, but by improving the efficiency of your metabolism, we could get your body to digest each meal using only, let's say, 50 grams of energy, then you can have nearly double the energy to put towards all your normal daily activities. And that's just one single technique. So if one of your main life goals is to make more money, do you think it'd be more beneficial if you had more physical energy to do the daily tasks necessary to build your financial streams? Or what about all the mental energy that you would have that you could put towards creatively designing new ways to handle your daily challenges? Here's another fact. You cannot have a massive abundance in any area of your life unless you first feel immensely confident in yourself. And the main determining factor in any person's confidence is how they feel about their physical being or their body. And the shape and the health of a person's body is determined to a large extent by basic laws that must be followed each and every day. And here's the key. They all understood the power and the importance of using multiple sources to boost their results. You see, most people who fail to lose weight or who fail to have loads of energy are only using 1 or 2 techniques to reach their goals. So they literally have to work 200 to 300 times harder in order to get the same results, and those results don't last long because when you rely on just 1 or 2 techniques to reach your goals, you have to follow those techniques with the strictest of diligence. And then you have to, in order to maintain those results, you really have to be strict all the time. And that's just not practical. On the other hand, by using a variety of techniques to reach your goals, the process becomes far more effortless, and you end up with a powerful, healthy metabolism, which really is the engine that fuels your energy level and that burns all that stubborn body fat. Here's a simple analogy. Picture your metabolism like a tabletop for a moment. And each technique that you use to support that metabolism or that table is represented by a leg, and the majority of people they support their metabolism with only 1 leg, some maybe 2 legs. They either use diet as one of their legs, some people use exercise as another one of their legs. Some real smart people combine both diet and exercise, so their metabolic table has 2 legs to stand on. But if you only have 2 legs for your table to stand on, even if you lean that table up against a wall, the first wind that comes by is going to knock it right down, right? And for this example, the first win could be represented by maybe the first party that you get invited to, first time you go out to dinner while you're on a diet. But if you have 10, 11, or 12 legs for your metabolic table to stand on, which we're going to cover in this program, then you could pile a whole bunch of books on top of that table and it's not going anywhere. Or you could even climb up on top of it and do a dance and it's still not going to fall down, right? Why? Because it has so many different legs supporting it. And the magic of this whole formula is that after you implement these easy-to-follow techniques into your life, you can pull one or two of those legs out, and your metabolism's still going to be strong and healthy. So when you go away on vacation and you want to enjoy yourself without having to maybe diet or exercise, you could pull the diet leg out or you could pull the exercise leg out, and all the other techniques are going to continue to support your energy level and your metabolism, so you won't have to worry about gaining weight or getting out of shape when you're away. Now, the single most common question I hear is, but what if I have bad genetics? Now, I don't believe that anyone is so genetically hindered that they cannot get great results. In fact, I've seen some amazing transformations over the years, and many of those transformations began with a person who thought there was no hope. So I don't believe that anyone is genetically fat or unenergized. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't those people who have an easier time losing weight or staying in great shape, and those people are sometimes called genetically gifted. But those genetics only play a small part in your physical appearance. What you see in your mind's eye when you think of yourself, the way you combine certain foods in a meal, how you live, and what choices you make, all play a far more powerful role in determining what your body's going to look like. Genetics is a factor, but each of us has a far more awesome power within us, a fire that can be stroked, a furnace that can be trained to burn more efficiently, and that power is your metabolism. And the extent to which you properly train your metabolism is the exact extent to which you're going to benefit from any exercise routine or diet that you follow. So it's time to stop playing that genetics card and start doing a few small things each and every day that are going to have a huge impact on your appearance and your natural energy. So let's go over exactly what successful people do to keep them so energized and healthy looking. Now, years ago, I began speaking about a process called 5 R's of life, which is basically just a regular model that successful people use to determine if they're on the right path to living a healthy, energy-rich life. And you could use this exact same model to get the results that you desire. The first R is, are you persistently eating as a healthy, lean person should eat? Now, the secret to developing a tight, lean, healthy, youthful-looking, energized body is to use the best diet strategies out there and to make sure that you're doing so on a consistent basis. Every success that you've ever had in life, especially those in the health realm, are due to persistent actions that you take on a daily basis. Your body is a direct reflection of how you've persistently lived and what you chose to eat over the past 90 to 120 days. If each meal that you eat does not include a little bit of vegetables and a good source of lean protein, then there's no way for your metabolism to remain in fat burning mode, and consequently, it's got no choice but to go into what I call the fat storing mode. So you have to look at your life and ask yourself, are you eating as a healthy, lean person should eat? And that should include eating a meal that's rich in lean protein and vegetables every 3 hours, because when you wake up in the morning, your metabolism is at its absolute lowest. And there's really only 2 ways to get it boosted and into the fat burning zone. And when I speak about the fat burning zone, I'm not referring to just burning fat so that you look better. I'm talking about burning the most efficient fuel source that your body has for energy, which is your stored body fat. And when you get your body into the fat burning zone, your body has more long-term energy, and the side benefit is that you begin to look far leaner and healthier as you burn that body fat as fuel. So just when you wake up in the morning, you have 2 choices. You could either exercise to get your metabolism up, or you could eat a small meal. And since most people don't really get all that excited or motivated when they think about exercising first thing in the morning, I'm going to suggest that you opt to eat a small, healthy meal that consists of lean protein and some complex carbs. Now, if you skip this one technique and you fall into that crowd of people who don't eat anything substantial until their lunchtime, then you're losing all those golden hours of fat burning and energy boosting that you could automatically have if you just simply ate a small meal when you woke up and then continue to eat small, healthy meals every 3 or so hours after that. The second R is, are you cycling your calories? Now, this is the technique that my team developed more than 10 years ago, and following it allows you to drop weight and boost your energy level no matter what diet you're following or what your normal diet includes. And that doesn't mean that you should try to lose weight by eating pizza and cookies. But if that were your normal diet and you implemented just this one single technique, you would certainly drop weight. Now combine this technique with a really healthy diet, and the results that you get are going to be astonishing. Now, cycling your calories simply means that you eat a healthy diet, but one that's lower in carbohydrates for 2 to 3 consecutive days each week. Then, on all the other days, you eat your normal diet. And we're going to get far more in depth on this and all the techniques in future episodes. But the third R is, are you drinking enough water? Now, when you wake up in the morning, your body is in a state of dehydration. In fact, throughout the day, just by breathing, you normally lose more than a quart of water. And if you expect your brain to function at its optimum level, or you expect to have an abundance of energy, or if you expect to look and feel healthy without staying properly hydrated, then you're just fooling yourself. Now, I'm sure you already know all the benefits of drinking water, so I'm not going to go a lot into that right now. But you should know that nearly 85% of your body is made up of liquid. Your brain alone is 75% liquid. Take the water out of you, and all that's left is just a pile of bone and ash. Listen, from constipation to high blood pressure, from kidney disease to liver disease, from colds to cancer, your body is assisted in healing and repairing itself immediately just by drinking more water every day. And considering the fact that every glass of water that you drink helps to flush out waste and poisons and toxins from your entire system, how could anyone expect to build a strong metabolism and be full of energy without properly hydrating their body first? Only pure water does all this. And by pure water, I mean plain fresh water. I don't mean diet soda or iced tea or coffee, just plain fresh water. But avoid consuming too much water with your meals. Sipping water throughout your meals is fine, sort of as a means to wash down your food. But consuming too much water with your meals sort of dilutes the enzymes in that meal, and it slows down the whole digestion process, making it more likely that your body's going to store any excess fat. Now, the fourth R is, are you active each day? You see, every system in your body requires movement to function properly. Your immune system, your digestive system, your glandular system, your metabolic system, every system in your body. And without daily structured movement, you're limiting the success that you could achieve in all areas of your life, including your financial life. In fact, the majority of top business people that we work with experience far greater success in their business after they incorporate all these 5 R's into their life. But when they add the exercise key, their results truly take off. Now, the fifth R is, are you taking breaks on a regular basis? And this is one of my favorite topics to discuss. It's called your mandatory days off. And what we found in working with tens of thousands of people over the years is that those who properly took days off from their diet and their exercise reached their goals with absolute certainty. But those who worked far harder and neglected to give themselves the proper rest always struggled to get comparable results. But there's a very specific equation that you need to follow to make this work really best for you. And it works every time, no matter who uses it and no matter what stage of progress that you're at. In future segments, we're going to get really detailed on how you could get this fifth R into your life, as well as the other 5 R's, as well as a whole host of other tools to help you live life in the body of your dreams. In fact, I'm going to share with you all the latest groundbreaking advancements that we come across in the Research Center, so you'll always be able to get into great shape. You'll always have all the energy that you need to reach higher and higher levels of success. So the 5 R's again. Number 1, are you persistently eating as a healthy person should eat? Number 2, are you cycling your calories? Number 3, are you drinking enough water? Number 4, are you active each and every day? And the final 5th R is, are you taking breaks to allow your body the time it needs to recuperate? For now, use the 5 R's to determine which area of your life you're really on target with and which areas are limiting your energy level and holding you back from success. Until next time, this is Christopher Guerriero wishing you a life full of energy.